Hello, welcome back to another episode of The Vampire Vet. This is episode 12, and it's also The Jungle Adventure episode 2. Before we continue, here's just a very brief recap. So, strangely enough, a bird was flying through the room, and I just had to take a shot of it, and here's a closer look as well. And lots of cuteness with the two kittens, Alan and Eva. And then more cuteness, this time with George. More cat cuteness. Can we get enough of it? Tyree read George to sleep. And then he took Leander on a walk. And more cat cuteness. Rodney goes out and grabs some stuff from the market, including some local food to try and get through his terrible curse. And then he tried to teach George please and thank you. So welcome back. As you can see, a few things have happened since the last episode, but not that much. It's basically the next day, and it's now 11:30 in the morning. And what's going on in the house? We've got Tyree swimming in the pool. We have George learning about, he's raising his thinking skill on his toddler tablet thingy. Rodney has just been feeding the cats and Leander as well, the dog. And what else? I have finally been able to actually buy him full resistance, and I found out what I wasn't doing correctly last time was I was selecting this, but I wasn't able to proceed because I also needed to select some weaknesses, so I selected a couple for him. I've got this one here, which will make him occasionally really, really sad. And it's not one that I really want, but it was about all I could choose. It was basically... It was that, or I had to go for something like uncontrollable hissing. I really didn't want that. I didn't want guilty drinker either, because I don't want Rodney to feel guilty about his drinking. But one thing I did get him, I had to get two weaknesses, you see. I got him this one, insatiable thirst. So he's going to get thirstier more quickly. So in a way that kind of just adds to the drama there, doesn't it? So I think that's kind of fun, and we'll see how that goes. But he is now fully resistant to the sun, so I just want to test that actually. I'm going to bring him outside and see what happens. It seems to be working, doesn't it? He's not burning up. Great. So, really pleased about that. He can now go out adventuring without any problems. And it does kind of free up his gameplay in general as well. You know, he can go out in the middle of the day and have a bite to eat. Ooh, speaking of which, this young chap, Gail Garban, probably completely not pronounced it correctly. He's probably still got bite marks on his neck. Yes, he does. He was the chap that Rodney drank from last time. But let me just have a look if there's anyone else around. Is it an avocado tree? Yeah, it is. Cool. Because it might be good before we head off into the jungle. I'm just looking at this dog. I haven't seen this one before. It's a stray. It might be good before we head out into the jungle to actually grab a bite to eat. But also he can go out in the day. Big surprise. He could grab a few more supplies. Perhaps another machete. He's got a couple of these spider repellents already, so he doesn't need them. And he has got a couple of machetes now, actually. He's got 3. So he's fine. And I also bought him like a cabin in a bag. And a withered lantern. I don't know if that's going to come in handy at all. And a double airbed thingy as well. So we're all set to go, really. I mean, he doesn't have to wait for the night anymore to go out adventuring. Funny thing is, though, I was really not looking forward to this episode in a way, because I was thinking, I don't want to do more jungle adventuring. I felt like I'd done quite a bit last week with the early access episodes I did. But you know, I think now I've just kind of had a little chance to reacquaint myself with the household and see what's going on. Now, you know, now he's got the protection from the sun, etc. I am kind of interested to see what happens next, and it would be good to, you know, work more on this aspiration as well. So I'm just checking, does he have another outfit that I made for him? I don't remember if I made him one or not. Yes, he does. I forgot. Yeah, there we go. In his adventuring outfit, and he's got all the supplies he needs. He's even got a couple of plasma packs if necessary, and they're in his inventory already. He isn't like prepared for every eventuality, so something could go wrong, but we hope not, because that would be terrible. I mean, I've just been thinking since the last few episodes that I want Ruby to be the archaeologist. It really fits with her personality. That's Ruby. Ruby is Rodney's twin sister, in case you don't know, in case you don't follow my other Let's Play series. Let's take Leander again. That's cool. So, as I was saying before we travelled, I want Ruby, Rodney's twin sister, to be the archaeologist, and she was working on the aspiration in the 3 episodes they had in the jungle. But Rodney is here now, and because I've only done 1 episode with him in Salvo Dorado, it just makes sense that he continues on and we do some more episodes. So I don't know if he can like leash Leander and go through the portal at the same time. Shall we try? Let's see what happens. Yeah, let's go through there, travel through with. Okay, there we go. Don't necessarily need him leashed, but let's see how it goes. We might need to unleash him. But yeah, he's still suffering from this curse, where he needs to eat Salvadoradian food to get rid of. But I did make him eat one thing, but it didn't really help much. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen to him really. But I would like him to get up to the temple, and I know roughly now that to do that you need to bring them all the way up to the 2nd level up here. So let's go through. Oh, he hasn't been through there before, so he has to clear it again. That's good to know. I wasn't sure if when you brought another household to Salvo Dorado, whether they had to also clear the same portals, but apparently they do, so that's kind of good to know. So why is he not clearing that? Just kind of waiting around. Maybe it's because of the leash. Let's unleash. Oh, okay. Zoom! He's gone. Look at him go. I love the vampiric run. Now let's get Leander to come here as well. Why? Well, because we don't really want to leave him behind. But yeah, hopefully he can then find an area off the path and complete that part of his aspiration. It's almost through. I'm not going to read out all this stuff this time because it's no longer quite as new. Oh, Leander's like, where did you go? Jaguar by the lake. While trekking through the jungle, Rodney stumbles upon a jaguar that seems to be stalking something at the edge of a lake. Should he sneak away or observe the jaguar's actions? So higher fishing skill leads to better results. As far as I'm aware, he doesn't have any fishing skill because he doesn't really need it. Obviously he doesn't have any plasma bat bait, so he can't use that. Let's try the sneak away option. The hunting jaguar makes Rodney nervous, so he decides to sneak away quietly. He is so occupied with keeping an eye on Jaguar's movements that he fails to notice that he walks right into a cave. A bunch of bats swarm Rodney and startle him. Okay, so what's gonna happen? Okay, well, he made it through at least. What kind of buffs does he have now? It doesn't seem that bad. Let's see if we can bring Leander. There you go. Good. So as far as I remember, it's only a week ago from then. So as I remember though, this one over here somewhere, this one is the temple one. And we want him to go into the temple because I'm curious to see if we have a new layout. I actually took some sims through there just when I was doing some testing of the build I was just working on, and they came to the same temple that Ruby came to, so I'm really curious to see if he will also go to the same temple. It's so cool that he's walking around during the day. Gotta say, it's kind of like he's now like super powered sim. You know, he's got all the vampire powers and he can walk around in the day. That's cool. Yeah, but he's still got this curse. I don't know what's going to happen to it, to be honest. It might just disappear after 3 days. Yeah, it's the weirdest one for a vampire to have, isn't it? You know, he needs to eat Salvadoradian cuisine to be able to get rid of it, but he's a vampire. It's like very strange. And just like, where did he go? Where did he go? You might not have noticed, but Leander is generally much more clean and tidy than he used to be in the earlier episodes, and that's because I installed a mod. And the mod basically makes them a lot cleaner. And I think they still need to be washed every now and then, but hardly ever. So I recommend you get that mod. And if you want, just ask me in the comments and I'll give you a link to it. But yeah, so glad I got that mod. So we're at the same thing. Should he sneak away or observe the Jaguar's actions? Well, he's not going to have any good luck by watching it because he doesn't have any fishing skill that I'm aware of. Let's sneak away again. Bunch of bats swarm Rodney. Travel to the temple. Yes, I want to go to the temple and I want to take Leander. Okay, so here we are in the Omiskin Temple. And so far from the outside it looks pretty much like how it did. I know now that there's this berry plant here that even Ruby didn't pick up, so he's going to come along and harvest those because he might need them later on. Great. I don't think there's anything else around here, so I'm just going to leave it for now, but maybe later on I'll regret that. Oh look, his thirst is already quite low. Oh no, is that because of his... oh look, and he's depressed. +3 sadness. This is this new trait, vampire power I've got. Not cool. I don't know how he's gonna... well, he's lucky he's got these two plasma packs, but if that's not going to be enough, then I don't know what's going to happen. What? I have a rough idea of what happens. What actually, I don't really know. What does happen to a vampire when they run out of plasma? I don't know. But we can always take them out. It won't be a big deal with it. So it looks to me, I don't know if these are always the same, but it looks like the same layout as Ruby's temple. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember these here. So, he's swimming through, and I don't know if Leander can come along as well. Just thinking, poor Leander, if he can't come along, then he's just going to have to sit outside and be hungry outside. Oops. Did he have a bowl? I don't think he does. No spare bowls or anything to feed Leander with. Come on, Rodney, you're a big strong vampire, surely you can swim faster than that. So I also had a look as well if I could edit this lot, and I can't edit the lot, even with the free build cheat. Seems to be no way, but I imagine there will be a way one day, and I imagine we will be able to make some kind of temples ourselves. But not at the moment, it seems. At least not that I'm aware of. But it would be cool to give that a try. So yeah, just sticking him in his clothes. And let's examine these. Also, how's his aspiration going? So he didn't find an area off the path? That's strange. Okay, so you pick up the archaeology skill by examining these anyway. It seems that these skills, both skills and both aspirations in a way, are very kind of intricately linked. If you're going to be leveling one, you might as well be leveling the other as well. But I don't really want him to become an archaeologist, because, you know, I don't want both my main sims in my Let's Plays to be archaeologists. That just doesn't make sense. I think I would get bored after a while of playing it. So Leander isn't coming along. I guess he can't make it through the water. I think I have seen Leander's sister Laurie. I've seen her swimming in my other Let's Play. Oh, did you see that? It said that Tyree had earned some money while he was at home sick. But yeah, he it turns out he was not on vacation, so he had to call in sick. Oh well. So I'm gonna make him, I don't know, socialise with someone. I don't know who at the moment. Just to keep him occupied. You can talk to Ruby, that sounds like a good idea. And what about, no, you can only bring George here. And a whole collection of cats. We have just got so many cats in this house. Yeah, I think we're going to have some adoption going on. Because otherwise we can't have Leander having any puppies. That, you know, we really do want Leander to have puppies. I think it's about time. Oh, there's no major rush. It was only like a couple of episodes ago that the kittens came along. So he's almost finished examining them. That's good. I hope we can get through the whole temple in this episode. That would be cool. But basically they've only got one night anyway, so they kind of have to. He kind of has to get through it. And he has got his plasma pack, so he should be alright. But what I'm curious of is, if he meets the skeleton in here that Ruby met, can he drink from the skeleton? So 3 of them could work. Oh, that doesn't really help me. Let's examine this one as well. And yeah, I might speed up those so that you don't have to wait for them. So he's almost finished examining this one as well. And I'm just thinking that I've got a feeling something bad is going to happen to him. Anyway, let's see. So he's got one that he can try here. Let's try it and see what happens. But I will not be surprised if he gets cursed or something. What happened? He's gained some charisma for narrowly avoiding disaster. Okay. Well, yeah, it looks like he chose the wrong one. Oh, hang on. What's up with Leander? So Leander's gone into here. He's been bitten by a squirrel. That's not good. May cause illness. That would be bad because we don't have a, well, I don't have a vet out in the jungle. I've heard this is a problem with some other simmers. So yeah, hopefully. Oh look, I don't want to excavate him, so let's cancel that. Hopefully he won't get ill. But we have to activate one of these. And I'm just wondering again if there is like a clue somewhere. I don't think there is, but you know. So that could mean water. There's no water option. What is that? Can't put it in his inventory or anything. I think he has to try them all, which really sucks. Let's go for leaves. Why? Because I don't know. I'm trying to think, is there a reason why I want to choose leaves? I don't know. I'm thinking he should try the sun one. Oh, he's bypassed it. Excellent. Okay, good. Let's get in here. And what's next? These chaps. So he has to examine these as well. But it seems pretty much the same layout as what Ruby had. Maybe some extra traps. When he finishes examining this, he will be able to finish that part of the aspiration. Very cool. But yeah, I'm not sure that he's going to find an area off the path in this episode. Well, his thirst is really going down fast. And where's the skeleton dude? I want to try drinking from the skeleton dude. That would be cool. Okay, so he's finished examining this, and he's found that some of the triggers won't work. Let's try that one. There's only one option really that hasn't already been discounted. And that worked. So let's bring them through here. No vampire. I mean no skeleton dude. Doesn't seem to be, does there? Kind of glad that it's different. I don't know what these things do, but let's take them anyway. I've seen them around. And I think this is like an emotion pad. We have to be a specific emotion to activate it. But let's examine it and see what happens. See you soon. So he's just about finished examining this trap. And he's also just got a 24-hour notice on their bills. The power's going to be shut off, so that's not good. Because he doesn't have the money he needs. He needs about 6,000, so I'm hoping he finds something in here. That was another reason why I was thinking actually it would be really cool if he did go and find something, you know, in a temple. Oh look, he's thinking of Ruby. How cool. So activate. Step on the plate with energy. Right, well, luckily we have a little trick for that. In his inventory he has those berries. And this one looks like the energy one. Eat them berries. So let's see if this makes him energized. Yes it does. So let's step onto the plate with energy. Okay, he's bypassed it. That's cool. But what's next? It's not going to be good, is it? Something's going to go wrong. Hey, I heard you became friends with Juan Esteban Ibarra. He's pretty cool. Well, I didn't know you knew him, Alden. Anyhow, so what else do we have in here? We've got at least 2, maybe 3. Oh, this is one as well. It's quite, the screen is really dark for me, I don't know. I'm sure you can see it, but I can't see this, so at first it just looked like a black thing. Let's examine it and see what happens. And I'll also examine these as well in a queue. So let's see what happens, and I'll see you at the end of all the examining. Okay, so he's finished examining all 3 of them. Let's have a little look back, starting with the first one. So one of them could work. One of these could work. And one of these could work. Okay, let's start with one of these. I'm so scared. He's gonna die, isn't he? He's gonna die. Ooh, that doesn't look good. What's happened to him? Overcome by the feeling that he's utterly alone in this world. That's not good. So is that here? I don't think so. So let's try this one over here. I've got a feeling it's going to be this one. I just have a feeling. It won't be that one, it'll be this one. No, it's not. He's on fire! Okay, he doesn't have he doesn't have one of those things in his showers in a can. Let's see if we can quickly get into the water. Where is it? At least he can vampirically run to the water. So yeah, extinguish self. Come on! No, 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 no. Come on. This is not good. Is he gonna die? I can't have him dying. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have him dying. So let's see if I can. Hang on a sec. Can he extinguish himself that way? Yes. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so I think he's okay now. So that means this option is the one. Why is it always the last one you try? Well, it's always the last one you try, isn't it? It's bypassed the defenses, but he's very kind of burnt. But I think this is the last bit. I think he can now come in here and raid the tomb, as it were. So let's bring him down here. Obviously, is anything in there? Only an excavation dirt pile. Let's try one and see what happens. Please, let us pay his bills with some kind of treasure. What's this? Death relic base? Wondrous items in the treasure chest. He gained some simoleons. Not much. And put his adventure gear and a mystical relic in his inventory. Don't run off, young man. We're not finished with you. I think that's the end one. Let's get him to come back here. What's that? Plasma bat bait. Okay, that's good. But we could have done with that earlier. Death relic base. That's something it would be good to give to Ruby. I don't know if you can give relics away very easily, but we shall try. How much is it worth? And what else have we found? Hang on a sec. So I think we found another Omaskin machete. There's also this Zazatotl relic. Got it the third time. How much is that worth? 143. I wonder if that's something also that Ruby can maybe do with. Where's the other thing gone? Death relic 57. So no, he's not going to pay his bills with these. But there is one treasure chest left. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Please everyone, wish the best for Rodney. Let's see, he hopefully gets some really nice relic and he can pay his bills without having to like sell the vet clinic or something like that. Temple exploration complete. Rodney found the ultimate treasure of the temple. He should take a look around for other discoveries before leaving. Right, let's give it a pause and let's have a look. Nothing up here. Wait, nothing at the end either. Okay, hang on a sec. So Rodney found some wondrous items in his treasure chest. He gained some simoleons, and that's what made me jump. He has now got possibly enough to pay his bills. What other bills? 6-4. He's so close. He could just sell something and he would be able to pay. So I'm not worried about that anymore. It says he got an artifact and a mystical relic, but I'm not seeing them here. Unless I'm just blind. No, I don't think it's there. And I don't think I'm blind. Yeah, this is the one he already had. He already had that. Maybe they just... Maybe I paused it too quickly. Yeah, there they go. Look at that! So, he's got a surfer hematite gold Pererica. That's cool. 9,000 simoleons. So, very happy at that. And what has he got here? Chaos relic base. Interesting. And an unauthenticated Omiskin mask. So I'm going to find a way somehow to give that to Ruby. Maybe you can just visit Ruby and drop it off. But I think we're already well over our time limit. And yeah, I would say it's the end of their adventure now in Salvadorada. Look at him, he's so burnt. Yeah, I think that this was their last night. I don't think there's anything that's really going to happen tonight. I don't think I'll change my mind and keep him here. They can come back another day anyway. Maybe if they're going on another vacation, they can go to Granite Springs instead. I don't know. But yeah, I think I want to bring Ruby back here. Because she's the studious kind of geeky one, and I think archaeology suits her so much better. But it's been fun bringing Rodney out, and he's now got full sun resistance, which is cool. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching my little two-part jungle adventure with Rodney the Vampire Vet. If you haven't already seen the previous 10 episodes before this 2-episode miniseries, I do suggest you go back and have a look. You haven't really been spoiled by much. Yeah, they've got some cats now. That's about all you've been spoiled by. But yeah, there's still quite a bit of interesting gameplay with him running his vet clinic along the way. And I think, yeah, next episode there'll probably be a brief recap of what happened just before they left Salvadorada. But then he'll be back to normal, and he'll be back home in Bridgerton Bay, and he can go to the vet clinic again. Ooh, we didn't do any snacks. Well, luckily I haven't done my signing off yet, so let's see if we can find something yummy for him to munch on. So, we're back in the centre of the market district in Salvadorada, and funny thing is, I didn't do anything to him, but he's already fully cleaned, so I don't know what's happened, but he has low thirst and he is parched, so it's kind of desperate. But Cantina, great place to find someone, right? So let's have a look and see who we can find in here to munch on. Oops. Right, here he goes. Oh, I think he just hissed. So there's the barman there. Ah, this chap. That's good to me. Right, let's remark on a loud heartbeat. Okay, let's compliment his neck, just for the lols. It's like, hey, you've got a nice neck. The guy's like, a nice neck? What the heck are you talking about? He's not made a friend there, has he? Hang on a second. Leander's hungry. Okay, that's gonna be fine. Not as hungry as Rodney. How about a cheerful introduction? Might as well use the full charm. What's this? He's not having a drink. Juice on the rocks. Doesn't want any. Some locals coming in. Let's cancel that. Ask about day. We don't want to ask about day. So is he... strangely enough... Oh look, someone's died. Elizabeth Crawley has died. Okay. Probably very distant relative. So not too bothered by that. But I think she's quite a nice sim. So let's see if we can find like a place they can go and talk. Nudge nudge, wink wink. So yeah. Oh, they're not chatting at the moment. So let's chat to him again. Flatter him. And he started that, so let's see if we can chat here. Great. So come and chat with me out the back. Okay. What's this all about? Says the guy. Hang on, let me put those walls down. They're only going to get in the way. So I know that he's absolutely starved. More so than usual. He probably won't get enough plasma from this. But it's pretty obvious we're going to have to do deep drink. Turn into vampire. No, I don't think so. Compel for a deep drink. And hopefully there's no one around. We shall see. Leander's come to watch. Not the first time that Leander wanted to watch what was going on. Ooh, he's in his dark form. Who's this guy? Sergio Herrera. He's like, nom 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 nom. Look at that. First disappearing. And it's also improving his social drive as well. Oh, that's very handy. And he's gaining power points as well. That's also very handy. Also reminds me that I want to reconfigure his vampire powers, but apparently to do that you have to be able to have full vampire lore skill. And he's spent. And then you can like make some kind of drink, and then you drink the drink, and then you can kind of re-choose his vampire powers. So he's going to do that at some point, and that's a nice little goal for us. I've just looked in the webcam, and it seems that I'm super bright. Sorry about that, but the lighting around here is abominable. So sorry that I look like a big white ghost, more so than usual. But that's just the way it is. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back for another episode soon. Or perhaps one of my speed builds. Take care, and have a good week, and goodbye.